Ready, start. Government is making efforts to identify talented sports persons from different corners of this country under the youth-centric Khelo India's program. Transparency in selection process has boosted the morale of our sports person. The result is reflected in the number of medals won by us at national and international levels. Our daughters are making remarkable contribution in every field today and have brought laurels to the country. It is for the first time since independence that the policies and programs of the government have created numerous new opportunities for enterprise for women and led to their empowerment and economic mains mainstreaming. Under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, the maximum benefit has been availed by women out of the 15 crore Mudra loans provided so far. Throughout the country, 73% have been disbursed to women entrepreneurs. Under the Din Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, about 6 crore women have become members of self-help groups. My government has provided loans worth more than rupees 75,000 crore to such self-help groups. This amount is 2.5 times more than the loans given in the 4 years preceding 2014. In order to ensure the participation of women entrepreneurs in small and medium enterprises, it has been made mandatory for the major government companies to purchase at least 3% of their material from the enterprises owned by women entrepreneurs. My government is also making efforts to address the problem of gender-based discrimination faced by women in different spheres. Last year, a decision was taken whereby women officers recruited under the Short Service Commission in the armed forces would be considered for permanent commission through a transparent selection process, just like their male counterparts. Women who had been deprived of employment opportunities in the underground mining sector even after so many years of independence will now be given equal opportunity to work in this sector. To enable working women to devote more time towards the upbringing of their newborn children during their crucial formative years, the government has enhanced maternity leave from 12 weeks to 26 weeks. Despite the scorching sun, heavy downpour, snowfall, or any other challenge, the hardworking farmers of our country have toiled day and night to produce record food grain harvest. There has also been an increase in dairy and fish production as also in other areas. Many of you have witnessed village life and the struggles of the farmers. Our farmers are not only the foundation of our economy, but they also keep our traditions alive. Are we using the existing resources most efficiently? Are the results properly monitored? Are the national, state level and local level goals being achieved in the stipulated time? Are periodic corrective measures taken if found necessary? Does our public healthcare system place the patients and the people at the center of its concern? These are the questions I would like our health administrators to constantly ask themselves and find satisfactory answers to them. But these are also the questions that I would like our healthcare practitioners in the private sector to address. We cannot think of the public health care system and the private health care system to have divergent objectives. The two must supplement and complement each other. This is where I see a unique model for both the public and private health care systems in the hospital project inspired by Her Holiness Amma. What makes this an exemplary model is the missing link of seva or the spirit of service. When all our institutions including hospitals and primary health centers being to work with the spirit of service, India will greatly gain in esteem, not only in the eyes of India's but also in the eyes of the world. We should therefore be grateful to Amma for spreading the message of service. Amma's emphasis on compassionate service is also visible in the other scheme which I have the honor of inaugurating today. The keys to the first 5,000 houses for the homeless are being distributed here, and I am sure that Amma will accomplish her target of 25,000 houses within the next 5 years. I am told that all the ashram residents and household devotees of Amma have been actively involved in the construction of these houses for the poor. Their pure love, which is not limited to any particular community or religion, has made these houses into true temples of love. The most valuable dividend these projects declare is the inner joy and sense of satisfaction shared by everyone associated with them. Here again, there is a lesson for us in the government and in the private sector. My government has set the goal of facilitating construction of 20 lakh new housing units each year. This, however, is not the responsibility of government agencies alone. If we work with the sense of dedication and determination that volunteers here have shown in, I am sure that we will reach the goal. In this my first official visit to Kerala, I cannot but express my happiness and appreciation at the many marvelous achievements of your state, especially in the fields of health, education, arts and culture. The entire country should learn from Kerala's outstanding success in eradicating illiteracy, especially female illiteracy, greatly reducing infant mortality and improving mother and child health. All these could not have become possible without a long tradition of progressivism and social reform. In the past, the great masters like Adi Shankaracharya and Narayana Guru have shown the seeds of social reformation through spiritual means. In this holy and known after Parshurama, in Amma we find those seeds sprouting, growing and spreading their branches far and wide, aspiring to touch the stars. The years to come, I believe, will certainly witness momentous transformation brought about by Amma in the socio-economic scenario of Kerala and perhaps in the whole nation. That will be the fulfillment of my participation in today's function. I would like to disgrace at this point to say something about a matter which has attracted national and international attention. It is a digression and yet closely related to the health, well-being and security of the nation. On my 11 and 13 Indian conducted 5 nuclear tests and thereby announced its emergence as a nuclear weapons state. We did so on the basis of our own sound and careful appraisal of the regional and global security scenario. When India was being surrounded by nuclear weaponry, we could not have allowed the country to be taken by surprise. Besides, India could not have succumbed to pressures to sign discriminatory treaties which had utterly failed to bring about any progress in global nuclear disarmament. I would like to measure the international community that the nuclear tests will make no change in India's long and vigorous pursuit of peace in the region and in the world. Ours will never buy weapons of aggregation. Our bold action has found support in all sections of the Indian society and polity, reflecting a deep national consensus on this vital issue of national security. It has created an atmosphere of unity and self-confidence from Kerala to Kashmir. I appeal to all my countrymen to preserve and further strengthen this sense of unity and self-confidence. Let us all work with redoubled discipline, dedication and patriotism in our respective spheres of life. In the short run, we should be prepared to face some hardships. I have no doubt, however, that India would meet the present challenge and emerge as a stronger, more prosperous and more vibrant nation in the world polity. I am pleased to be here with you to inaugurate the ambitious new project. This is a bold experiment in mobilizing people's action for poverty eradication and social justice. It is revolutionary yet peaceful, well planned, yet human, simple in conception, yet powerful in potential. I congratulate the government and the people of Kerala for designing a poverty eradication program with such tremendous potential. With this new initiative, Kerala has given yet another big push to its progressive traditions. Your state has always prided itself in the high quality of life enjoyed by its majority. By focusing on creation of human capital, giving priority to education, health, food security and social security, Kerala has the best indicators of human development in the country. With this project, your state has begun a noble venture to bring the benefits of social development to the disadvantaged section in society that has still remained poor. This approach is in keeping with Kerala's traditional success in achieving social development through the process of awareness building, public demand and government response. However, new project goes beyond what has been done before, because for the first time it makes the members of the scheme an integral part of it. Most important of all, you have made women at the local level leaders and implementers of this scheme. Frankly, I cannot think of any such poverty alleviation program in the country which combines the multiple social objectives of women's empowerment, grassroots participation in a panchayat raj framework, neighborhood networking, democratic accountability and increasing savings. I see several opportunities in the new project. The bane of our poverty alleviation programs has been that they are mostly supply driven, with subsidies being doled out from above without considering local needs and possibilities. This marks a refreshing change in that it gives primacy to self-help and only an supporting role to governmental subsidies. By promoting thrift, it affords opportunities for attractive credit from banks. Besides teaching prudence to the poor families, group savings and group action can remove the curse of money lenders, since the whole system is organized transparently. The thrift and savings groups can become informal banks for the poor and of the poor. This project has a great advantage due to its focus on women. Poor women are the best savers and the most careful spenders. They do not borrow indiscriminately and become heavily dated to the lender. Contrast this with the practice of big borrowers who together owe as much as rupees 45,000 crore to the banks. Our entire banking system is under pressure because of these non-performing assets. My government is seriously considering effective steps to recover these bad debts. Only hope that the big borrowers learn from our poor village women the dharma of repaying loans. Group action by women will facilitating planning from below. The people's groups serve as a watchdog to keep track of public spending. Their growth is restricted only by the innovations that the groups are capable of coming up with. I don't see this as a mere inauguration of a governmental program. I see it as the launching of a social movement for change, capable of becoming a sustainable and irresistible force for liberation and progress. I exhort the women's group to be active and alert to eschew conflicts, to be prudent in borrowing and intelligent in investing, and to acquire skills and grow in confidence. These organizations should strive to recreate the traditional village harmony even while achieving progress, and strive to attain Gandhiji's vision of Swaraj. If only our governments can design and implement more such schemes, we will be able to remove the distrust in people's mind and restore their faith in our institutions. It is in the fitness of things that this statewide program is being inaugurated in the district of Malappuram, which is one of the backward districts of Kerala. I understand that there has been a pilot project for some time and that the lessons learned have been incorporated into the statewide new program. Dear friends, different states have many impressive programs for poverty alleviation and rural development. They each have a unique approach to solving the specific problem of their areas. This is genuine decentralization of development action. My government shall fully back all such programs. We will also encourage the states to learn from each other so that we eradicate poverty quickly. While I wholeheartedly congratulate the government of Kerala for this model scheme, permit me to point out few problems that all poverty alleviation programs are facing in the country. The low growth in industrial and agricultural sectors and the growing unemployment have created a strain on the government in its efforts to maintain the social infrastructure that has been created. Rural infrastructure has been especially neglected. Without a steering infrastructure, it is difficult to support and sustain primary, secondary, and tertiary income generation activities. But infrastructure improvement needs resources. Generating these resources is not easy. This is a challenge that India needs to face squarely in future. Stop.